What if you're only 5 steps away from growing your print shop? In this video, I'm going to show you guys the exact marketing strategy that we use to grow our shop, and it's the same shop that we use to help grow other shops. People wonder, what do we do? And it's essentially, we just do what worked for us and we put it into other shops and we show you what we did. So in this video, I'm going to walk you guys through everything that we did. So the first thing that we have to figure out is, what is wrong with your shop? Why are you not making the amount of money that you want to make? And for most people, it's because they don't have enough leads. But if you have a ton of leads, but you're not making any sales, then we have to fix the sales problem. So right off the bat, what I want you to realize is that acquisition, or getting more sales or revenue, is made out of 2 things. So your revenue is tied to marketing and sales. The goal of marketing for your print shop is to generate leads. The goal of your sales is to turn those leads into sales. So if you don't have enough leads right now, then we need to generate more leads. But if you have too many leads and you don't have enough sales, then we're going to walk you through how to sell. But at the most simplest level, we are only 5 steps away from growing your shop. The first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to position your shop as the go-to shop, so you can decommoditize yourself and position yourself as the expert. And to do that, it's a lot more simple than you think. After we do that, I'm going to take what you guys do the absolute best in the world at your shop, and we're going to turn that into a unique mechanism. So that way, all we're going to do is take what you're currently doing right now, and then we're going to repackage it so that it makes it look like your own system is the only place to get this custom apparel. The reason why we do that is to make your shop stand out in a sea of shops. So I'm going to give you guys some quick examples right off the bat. To reposition yourself, all we have to do is get very specific on who you want to serve. By getting very specific on who you want to serve, it shifts your position as the go-to shop for that industry. So for example, if you go after screen printers, then your screen printing shop might be the go-to contract shop. If you're trying to go after contractors, then your shop might be the go-to shop for construction companies. So if you're a construction company and you're looking at a place to get t-shirts done, and there's one shop that specializes in specializes in construction companies, then it makes you the no-brainer option to that construction company. So the easiest thing you can do right now is to specify on who you want to serve. If you don't know who to go after, all you have to do is ask yourself, who are your best clients? So spend 1 hour this week and define, who are your best clients? Who pays you the most? Who do you enjoy working with? If you don't have any clients right now, think about your dream customers. Who are your dream clients that you want to go after? Once we specify who we want to go after, what we're going to do next is now think about yourself. Think about you. Your print shop is different than any other print shop in the world because it's run by you. You're the founder and CEO of your company, and that means you have different special traits, skills, and talents that make your shop different than anyone else. You also have different equipment, you have different experiences, and you have a different creative mind. And that's what we have to lean into to make your shop stand out. So part 1 is to choose an ideal avatar that you want to attract. Number 2 is think about what makes your shop different. And think about what you guys do best. Is it turnaround time? Is it the creative mind? Is it the artist? Is it the experience that you have crafted? Is it the story of your shop? Whatever you do well, what we want to do is craft that into your USP, your unique selling proposition. So nowhere else in the world can get what you're serving. And once you define what you do very, very well, all we're going to do is turn this into a unique mechanism. So an example of a unique mechanism, what I did at my shop was, all we did was we specialized in setting up online fundraisers for sports teams. So instead of saying it's just an online fundraiser, what we did was we named it the Raving Fan System. And it's a system to turn your players into professional athletes where they can feel like professional athletes by selling shirts to their friends and family as a fundraiser, and then they feel like professional athletes. So by just naming your system, naming your USP, all you have to do is name your USP into a system, a method, a strategy, whatever it is. It's your shop's unique way of doing things. By doing that, people think it's different. And your goal is to sound different than the market. And all you're doing right now is repackaging your current service offering, your current experience, and you're just going to rename it into something cool. So for example, if you go after contractors, construction companies, what you can do is you can name it the Contractor Branding System. Contractor Branding System. And in this system, you help them finalizing their design, you help them find the correct products, and then you help them create mock-ups, and then you help them find the right sizes, you print and ship the items. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps, whatever it is. It's the same steps that you're currently doing, but since it's labeled a different way, it makes your shop sound different. So instead of getting a quote today, all we're gonna say is try the system today. System today. And now we can also say it's free for the next 10 contractors. This right here makes you guys stand out. And since we're using the system, you'll be known for that system. So instead of saying get a quote today, you can say try our contractor branding system that helps you do X, Y, and Z. It sounds different, it feels different, and ultimately by doing this, you can increase your prices. Now, the way we like to increase prices is actually very simple. So what we do here is if you want to run a discount play, right? If you want to run an ad that's a discount, all we're going to do is increase your prices. So first step one is increase the price of what you're currently doing, and then you offer a discount back to your original price. What we want to do is we want to find a way to generate leads for a lot cheaper. So you need the cost of traffic, aka leads, to be cheaper than the profit that the leads generate you. Profits from leads. So this equation comes down to two things. It's how good you are at marketing and then how good you are at sales. So for example, say you spend $100 on leads today, and this gets you, let's say, 30 leads. In a way, you can say marketing did their job. Now, all we need to do is have these 30 leads profit more than $100. If you can profit more than $100, you can then advertise more. So this works in any marketing system. So imagine this. If you're doing cold calls, outreach, you might think that since you're doing cold calls or outreach, it's free. But we have to allocate for your time. Because if you were to pay someone else to do the calls for you, how much would that cost? Whatever that cost, it has to be less than the profit you're generating from that in order to keep the system efficient. So that means you can either decrease your cost of traffic or make those customers pay you more profit. And to decrease traffic, there's a few things you can do. You can redefine the offer, improve the targeting, improve the lead magnets, improve the ad copy, the creative. All these different things decrease your lead cost. For these customers to pay you more profit, all we can do is make them buy more times. We can have them pay you more, or we can sell more of them. So if you only can sell 1 out of 30, if you only can sell 1 out of 30 leads, that means if you get better at sales and then you can sell 5 out of 30 leads, that means you need fewer leads and you'll get more sales. So this discrepancy that we ran into was we would pack a print shop with 1,000+ leads, and then they couldn't sell a single one. If you can't sell a single one, it doesn't matter how many leads you get because the system falls apart. So that's part one of building a marketing system. We have to identify who you want to go after, what your unique mechanism is, and third, we have to understand the equation, the balance between marketing and sales. Once you do that, what we're going to do is take your unique mechanism and tie it into a really, really good offer. To do that, we run you through what we call our power offer. To create a power offer, all we're going to do is take your unique mechanism and add a promise to it. So if your unique mechanism is a certain system that solves a certain pain point, all we're going to do is turn that into a promise statement. So say the contractor branding system, what we can do is we'll guarantee to generate custom apparel that people will love. And if you don't like it, you get 100% your money back. All we're gonna do is take your USP, turn that into a unique mechanism. So name the system, mechanism, which means you name the system, name your method. After you name your method, all we're going to do then is turn it into a promise statement, to a promise. By turning it into a promise, all we're gonna do is create a really good offer. So by creating a really good offer, we can now take this offer and present it to a stranger. And if that stranger likes what you have, it passes the cold friendly offer. So what we do is we take everything that we make and we want a cold stranger who doesn't know you, who doesn't need custom apparel. And once they read this statement, it should at least pique their interest. And if it doesn't, we have to go back to the starting point and create a better offer. So if we look at the playbooks here on my screen, step 1 is that I want you to stop competing on price because you can only go low so far. Step 2, we're going to identify who your most profitable clients are. And then third, we're going to identify what you do best. So this stuff you can do on your own right now. Think about it. What can you do better than anybody else in this world? You probably have something, some unique trait that makes you stand out. Say you're really good at embroidery. Say you're really good at fast turnaround times. Or say you're so personable that people love working with you. Turn that into a system. Name it something. It could be your name. It could be the Alex system. Only available at Alex's shop. Once you do that, we're going to turn that into a no-brainer offer. So just turn it into a promise. I promise that this system will solve X. If it doesn't, I'll give you this. Once we do that, we have a strong offer. But if you want cheap leads, there's 2 methods, right? Cheap leads. If you want to get cheap leads today, you either have a great offer, or you have a lead magnet. Now, a lead magnet, all this thing is something that you can give away for free in exchange for someone's phone number and email. If you can get someone's phone number and email, it comes down to sales to nurture these leads into a prospect that is ready to buy. So the goal in marketing for part 1, if we look at it at a continuum, right, as a huge passage, first, all we want to do is identify who. Next, we want to figure out how can we get, so once we know who it is, right, a person, how can we get their information? Their info, or attention. Part 2 is just getting their attention. And then last step is how can we get them to pay us? So first, we get their attention by presenting your unique mechanism to the world, or we create a really good lead magnet. So depending on who you're trying to serve, all we're going to do is create something that serves them very well. If you're going after restaurants, or say Mexican restaurants, what you can do is design 100 Mexican restaurant logos and give these all out for free. So you can go to your Mexican restaurant and say, these are some really cool shirt designs that are crushing it right now. Can I send it over to you? If they say yes, you now have their information. After you get their information, it then becomes a sales conversation for you to turn that lead into a sale. To turn that lead into the sale, all you have to do is guide them. Do you like the logo? Would you want me to take your logo and put it on a shirt so you can see what it looks like? Do you like it? Yes? Oh, let me get you a price just so you can have something in mind. And we guide them through that conversation. If you reach out to 100 companies today and offer to take their logo and put it on a t-shirt to show them what it looks like, I guarantee you 10, 5, 3 people might be interested. But that's 3 new people who are interested, and you approach them with value. It's almost impossible to go to 100 companies right now and offer something for free. And if they like it, ask them to try your unique mechanism, try your system. Ask them if they want to try it for free. I guarantee you, you'll have more people say yes than if you just asked, are you interested in custom apparel? So if you want to get sales today, first, identify who you want to go after. Second, create a unique mechanism. What do you do really, really well? And name it. It can literally be your standard process right now, where people inquire, they get a quote, and then you help them fulfill the order. Just name it something. And then afterwards, turn that unique mechanism into a promise. I promise X, Y, and Z. I promise the ideal avatar that you'll do Y. Next, what we want to do is bring this to the market. Test your offer by presenting it to the person you want to sell it to. So if you want to go after restaurants, call up a bunch of restaurants and say, can I do this? Give them, would you like to try my system for free? If you don't feel comfortable doing that, create a lead magnet. Can I take your logo, put it on a shirt? Or take one step farther, take their logo, put it on a shirt and say, hey, I took your logo, I'll put it on a shirt. What do you think? If they like it, then you ask them, can I give you a ballpark price? And then if they say yes, you tell them there's a special deal that's going on at end soon. Would you be interested in placing an order? If they say no, you can ask them, do you know anybody else who might be interested in placing an order? Now, if they don't like the logo, we can ask them, what adjustments would you like me to make to this logo? And then you make those adjustments, and then you follow the same loop. If you do that today, I guarantee you that you'll start getting some sales. All you have to do is start taking action. You're selling t-shirts. You're not selling something super fancy. You're selling custom apparel with the company's logo on it. It's not your logo, it's their logo, their company, their baby. And you're putting it on a t-shirt and you're making it look really, really good. If you can do this for them, I guarantee you'll get more sales.